The Ohio High School Athletic Association welcomes you back to the Nutter Center on the campus of Wright State University, home to the 2019 Ohio High School Athletic Association Girls Volleyball Championships. Division III Independence already won. Now it's the Battle of the Eagles. Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy 21-6, Findlay Liberty Benton 26-2. Alongside Michelle Mimna, the queen of Ohio high school soccer, I'm Dean Linke, and the Battle of the Eagles, two first-timers here.
Yeah, this should be an interesting one because Liberty Benton, really tall team. You don't see 5-6-footers or taller normally on a high school roster, but Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, what a schedule they play. So I'll be honest, this could be one of the best of the weekend.
Liberty Benton, yeah, they're tall, but our focus is on Hannah Warrington. She's going to play volleyball at the University of Findlay.
Yeah, and speaking of tall, she's not tall at 5'6", but she is a leaper. Everyone we've talked to has said how well she jumps. She's got 212 kills with that jumping ability and 334 digs. This girl is something special.
Yeah, she's got over 1,000 career digs. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, Caitlin Grimes, she's going to play volleyball at UCF.
Yeah, and she's on the defensive end of things. She's their libero, 104 service aces. So we're going to see some serving magic from her today. 403 digs. So again, some of those big hitters against a UCF commit defensively. This is what we wait for.
How do these teams deal with these jitters first time they've been in the state finals?
Well, I mean, in some ways, I think they'll cancel each other out because they're both rookies to this stage. But the fact is that they have to realize what they did to get here, have a few jitters in their opening play, and then really just tune in and focus in on what they need to do.
Also for Findlay Liberty Benton, a sophomore, Isabella Izzy Granger. Her dad, AJ Granger, won a national championship basketball for Michigan State. Great pedigree.
Yeah, I mean, talk about, having a competitive household. Can you imagine some of the conversations that happen there? Oftentimes we get kids whose parents have played at a high level, and it's just really, you know that it's the love of a sport is passed down from parents to kids.
I also like both coaches, female coaches, Julie Todd leading Findlay Liberty Benton and Lisa Schad leading Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy.
Yeah, and both of them are actually closing in soon on 100 wins with their current schools. With 31 losses for Coach Schad, 12 losses for Coach Todd, so they know how to win at these two schools.
Taking a look at it, Findlay Liberty Benton 26-2, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy 21-6. But now the records are forgotten because it's for all the marbles now.
It absolutely is. I mean, great records, really tough schedules. Cincinnati Hills plays two teams from Kentucky that are perennially very good. Toledo Notre Dame Academy, Maria Stein Marion local, who's here often. St. Bernard Roger Bacon, Middletown Bishop Fenwick. Cincinnati Hills plays a schedule that is going to allow them to be incredibly competitive today.
Here with Michelle Mimna, Dean Linke, and how about the performance Independence put on in the first game to get into the final?
Yeah, the thing that really struck me with Independence was their speed. Everything they did was, if it was a set, it was below the height of the antenna. Passing, they're really, really quick, and they were in system almost the whole time. They literally hit as a team almost 300, and they had hitters in the 600s, and that just doesn't happen very often.
Fans young and old getting pumped up for this one, as we'll now turn it over to the PA announcer for the introduction of all of the players for both teams, Findlay Liberty Benton and Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy.
The boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio. Who do you meet? Answer: men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question: so where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer: high school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
sportsmanship, teamwork,
Teamwork.
how to work hard,
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
how to be.
Now introducing the teams. First, the visitors on the bracket, the Eagles of Liberty Benton. Olivia Barbara, Sydney Elsessler, Hannah Bodie, Chelsea May, Sydney Crossman, Mia Trevino, Kelsey Conkright, Avery Zerker, Emma Otley. And the starting 6 players for the Eagles, number 13, Izzy Granger. Number 11, Caitlin Elsessler. Number 4, Karis Willow. Number 3, Hannah Warrington. Number 7, Sky Shepard. And number 10, Alyssa Rhodes. The Eagles are coached by assistants Abby Kedney, Hannah Setters, Jeff Todd, and the head coach of Liberty Benton is Julie Todd. Introducing the Eagles of Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. Avery Taylor, Ainsley Dragey, Avery Cox, Lauren Phelps, Ava Kraft, Catherine Clayton, Caitlin Grimes, Sarah Sandstrom, Maggie Seitz, and the starting 6 for the Eagles. Number 18, Carmen Solerio. Number 5, Riley Wickman. Number 6, Aaron McDaniel. Number 2, Katie Ganschel. Number 4, Jessica Schad. And number 12, Anna Lockett. Coaching the Eagles are assistants Pete Ehrlich, Alyssa Downs, Gene Toms, and the head coach of Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy is Lisa Schad.
Great to be at the Nutter Center, Wright State University, Dayton, Ohio. 45th Annual Girls State Volleyball Tournament, Ohio High School Athletic Association, OHSAA.TV. Alongside the super talented Michelle Mimna, who played at Wittenberg, both basketball and volleyball. I'm Dean Linke, and here we go. Findlay Liberty Benton 26-2, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy 21-6.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see these two teams play. And if you look at some of the keys, Liberty Benton, 7 seniors, 5 of them play regularly. That is a big deal when getting yourself mentally prepared. Their preparation, again, they come from a great area in terms of volleyball, played some great teams, and they've got 5 kids at 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", and 2 at 6'3". So that block is going to be something else.
Take a look at the keys for Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy.
Yeah, speaking of the block of Liberty Benton, they're going to have to finesse their way around it. They're going to have to find a way to deal with the really, really tall and the wingspan of the players from Liberty Benton. And also, their service game has to be tough so that those tall kids aren't in system all day.
Michelle Mimna played at Wittenberg, coached at Tiffin, also coached at Toledo Whitmer. She knows the value of being in the state finals. Division III semifinal number 2. Independence awaits the winner, and we are underway. All of that height for Findlay Liberty Benton that Michelle just mentioned, but that height goes for naught. First point going to CHCA.
Yeah, CHCA was ready for that deep push from Liberty Benton's Caitlin Elsesser, and they won that first point.
High in the air, big swing, denied. The block in rhythm there for CHCA. Big swing and 2 deep. First 2 points for CHCA. Liberty Benton thought that was in.
Yeah, I agree with our line judge, though. I saw floor on both sides of the ball. I think the call was correct.
There's Julie Todd. Went to Bowling Green State University in her 4th year, 92-12. She's 133-54 overall. The head coach for Liberty Benton finds herself down 2-0 here early on, first set. Over is Willow, and point fired up. Eagles on both sides. Nicknames Eagles for both teams.
Yeah, and Karis Willow, what a special kid. You know, being 6'3" and being on the outside, wow. And
Service
she
ace.
she is pumped up about every point that's happening on the floor.
There's Isabella Granger, goes by Izzy. As we mentioned, her dad, A.J. Granger, also played basketball at Findlay Liberty Benton before winning a national championship. And the kill there going right through Emma Otley, and it'll be a point for CHCA. It is loud in here.
Yeah, we've got quite a student section for both teams, and so far, early, very evenly matched teams.
Riley Wickman serving. Her sister Rachel was a superstar volleyball player at CHCA. In fact, before Rachel, this is the furthest they've gone to the regional finals, and now her sister gets her to the state finals. The Final Four at least. Serving is Otley. And 2 deep, service air.
Yeah, Caitlin Grimes, who we featured in the Open, really smart. Followed that serve all the way to the line, and it was out. Textbook, how you're supposed to do it.
Aaron McDaniel, 5'8" junior, serving. 4-3, CHCA on top of Findlay Liberty Benton. Near side, and a hammer coming from Willow.
I'm just going to enjoy watching her play. And oh, by the way, she's a freshman.
Incredible. She's apparently a big-time high jumper as well for the track and field team, and you can see the hops.
Oh, yeah, she brings energy both literally and metaphorically.
Hannah Bodie, there's Grimes. Caitlin Grimes with that initial dig. Big swing. The windup, Annie Lockett, one of the captains.
Yeah, and credit where credit is due. Lockett's 6 foot herself, so there isn't going to be, you know, when we talk about the height of Liberty Benton, it's just because there's so many of them. But CHCA more than capable of handling it with the schedule that they play.
They lead at 5-4. Deep, Grimes with the initial dig. Popped in the air there by Drege. And point coming back to Liberty Benton.
Yeah, nobody home there. Everybody deserted their base defense for CHCA, and that was an easy kill for the Liberty Benton setter, Rhodes.
Here's Hannah Warrington, straight to Grimes. Popped in the air, dug out by Otley. The dump handled there at the net. And inbounds, Granger.
And I'm getting the sense that it doesn't matter what rotation we're in, for Liberty Benton, you're going to have kids able to pound the ball.
Grimes' first time, handled again by Granger. Granger telling me before this one, she's all volleyball, her brother's all football. Even though her dad won a high school championship and an NCAA championship, they're not about basketball, they're about volleyball and football.
Maybe they'd had enough of it.
Big swing and a kill coming from Lockett, as Lockett now with 2 kills to lead CHCA.
Yeah, and Lockett can do a lot of things. You know, she's a pin hitter. She's also a middle. And, wow, the versatility that comes with those 2 skill sets.
Jessica Schad serving. There's Granger 2 deep. Jessica, her aunt is the coach, Lisa Schad. Lisa Schad in her 5th year, 97 and 31 coming in. You see her right there with the pink tag, Lisa Schad. This is her niece serving. 7-7, Granger. Granger kept alive. Good hops there from Rhodes. Deep, the power. Great strike from Katie Gansel.
Yeah, that was a quality swing from the back row, and Warrington got her right hand on that. And take another look at that back row swing. Warrington made a great move for it, but
Granger into the net, kind of an error. It's 9-7 for CHCA.
yeah, I think Granger, that just came kind of to her a little bit too quickly. She knows that that's not going to get it done today.
Schad, service air. Schad's going to play volleyball at University of Northwestern in Ohio. As you see Coach Julie Todd, Bowling Green State University. She's got 3 daughters, Jada, Josie, and Janessa, all sitting on the bench with her. Nice stop by Granger. Let's go back and take another look at Julie Todd as we send our best to Jeff Todd. His father passed away yesterday, but he's still on the bench because his father told him, knowing that he was sick with Parkinson's, I want you to stay and win the state title, so certainly send our best to the Todd family.
Oh yeah, thoughts are with them definitely as they try to advance today.
10-9, Liberty Benton, a 3-0 run. Grimes, first touch. 2 deep, good read there by Liberty Benton to let Lockett's shot go all the way deep.
Yeah, and Lockett knew that. That was a miss hit coming off oddly out of her hand.
3-0 run ended with the service error, as now Liberty Benton with 2 service errors, CHCA with the 1. So Grimes will serve with her team down just 1. Great first set here.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, regardless of who comes out on top of this one, what a great match it's going to be in the final. The winner of this one taking on Independence, who seemed dominant in their earlier win today.
Yeah, I'm impressed with both these teams. Obviously super impressed with Independence, and certainly want to congratulate Wheelersburg on an outstanding season. Their first loss came earlier today. Granger, right in rhythm, big swing, perfect jump.
Yeah, Granger, I'll tell you what, she's got that big arm swing, and she puts it in a really tough spot. And see that play on the replay. She cuts that, nobody home. Grimes was too far in the middle of the court.
Out of bounds again. And Liberty Benton now putting some space. 4-point lead on top of CHCA, led by Granger's 3 kills, 2 digs.
Yeah, Liberty Benton has quite a lot offensively. It doesn't matter where they are in rotation. You know, CHCA, great players in Lockett and Grimes. You wonder as the match wears on if they can continue to defend every rotation of Liberty Benton's offense.
Alongside Michelle Mimna, I'm Dean Linke. Delighted to be with you for our coverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association State Volleyball Championships semifinals. Today and tomorrow we'll crown 4 champions on Saturday. And Michelle, this is your favorite time of the year for sure.
It's absolutely my favorite time. I don't care, you know, there's nothing like high school volleyball. You know, the girls that get to these matches, they love their teams. They want to do it for their team. They want to do it for their coaches. They play with such passion, and being a coach, it warms your heart to see how hard these players play for each other.
Grimes, what an effort.
Yeah, her speed on display there.
Yeah, incredible. But now a free look right down the middle. The power coming from Elsesser. Caitlin Elsesser leads the team in blocks. She's actually going to play basketball at the University of Cincinnati.
Yeah, she is obviously an elite athlete. Wow, look at that dig from Grimes, but then able to come back
That was going to go out, but touched there by Warrington. Set up, denied. Wow, you talk about the height and the power. Willow in tandem there with Elsesser.
Yeah, Wickman, CHCA tried to get things happening quickly with that go set, but the block was right there between Granger and Elsesser, straight down.
They grown tall and Finley.
What are they doing over there?
Dug out by Otley.
I will see if CHCA can get something going here in system off the free ball.
CHCA, they have a setter in the front row, a setter in the back row, but nobody can handle Willow again. Willow, 6'3" freshman.
Karis Willow, someone who puts the ball down at about 13 feet from the right side. That is an impressive leaping ability, wingspan, the whole 9 yards.
More points coming for Liberty Benton, 18-10. And they are starting to look like an Independence team we saw in the first semi.
Yeah, they're rolling now, and CHCA wants to be careful how much larger they let this lead get before calling a timeout to talk to their girls.
They go too deep, and that is what the effect of having so much power at the net forces you to do.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously want to hit through and around the block, but when you can't, you hit over it, and when the block is at the end of a pair of 6'3" arms, you're going to hit too high and out of bounds.
Great to be here on behalf of OHSAA.
Take a look at a couple of these highlights. Again, a great dig attempt by Warrington for Liberty Benton. And again, you've just got a lot of power at both pins. You've got some great defense there by Grimes for CHCA. And the score being 19-10 Liberty Benton, it's been pretty competitive, however. The score isn't quite telling the story.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. Two outstanding teams here, but Liberty Benton on a roll right now. 8-0 scoring run to put some distance in front of CHCA. They lead at 19-10 first set here. Division III state semi. Independence awaits the winner. Serving out of the timeout, Rhodes. Grimes first touch. Grimes receiving pretty much all the serves. Warrington. Granger calls for it, little finesse. Picked up there by Sandstrom. Otley, initial touch. Perfect placement from Willow. Willow with 4 kills leads all players.
Yeah, I think common perception is that pin hitters just like to swing really hard, but the best ones have a high volleyball IQ. They're already up in the air just like Willow. She saw the open spot and she decided to tip to score.
Saw Lisa Schad barking out instructions to CHCA and denied there by the power of Elsesser. Elsesser well over 1,000 points as a basketball player, having a good time playing volleyball.
Yeah, I heard a fan say that a lot of these girls play, multiple sports and play them together. So the family atmosphere, you can see it. You can see the way they play with each other, and they're loving their time together.
3 kills now with Elsesser. Willow's got 4. Granger also has 3. 2 blocks for Elsesser, 2 blocks for Willow. Bit of a block party right now for Findlay Liberty Benton. 22-10, 3 points away from that first set. Granger just gets it over. CHCA can set up something. Make it easy though. Granger first touch. Back to Granger, gets her feet set. And Granger with the power in the kill, 4 to tie Willow.
Granger was actually pushed outside the antenna a little bit on that one, and she was able to get her hips turned and keep that in play. Hard ball to dig coming from that angle.
Grimes first touch again. They target Grimes. Granger can't handle that one. And that breaks an 11-0 scoring run. Liberty Benton was rolling.
Yeah, and Kraft did a nice job of making Granger play defense with her hands, and she wasn't quite prepared to do that. But now CHCA has some work in front of them, and they got to think about adjustments to work around this huge front line of Liberty Benton.
Great hustle from Otley. Good hustle from Willow. Finished. Again, Elsesser. She's got 3 kills.
Yeah, real quick, you just see in transition, Elsesser comes down. She takes 2-step approach. She's right back up. Great middle play and footwork there by Elsesser.
First set goes to Findlay Liberty Benton. The power, the height, the athleticism. 25-11, a first set victory.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there has to be a discussion for CHCA. You know, they have the passing. The passing was solid. They covered the block well. Offensively, there's got to be some conversation about making Liberty Benton play defense and not allowing that block to really have hands on everything. Now, I don't know quite what that looks like, but that's got to be the conversation.
Take a quick break. Liberty Benton first set over CHCA, the OHSAA D3 state semifinals.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
I'm Jerry Snodgrass, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One of my long-standing goals is to help people understand that high school sports are about so much more than wins and losses. The OHSAA promotes education-based athletics, where sports are an extension of the classroom. Our schools all want to win, but at the end of the day, it's all about sportsmanship, leadership, and making sure that academics are a priority. Thank you for your support of high school sports.
45th Annual Girls State Volleyball Tournament, OHSAA style, Nutter Center, Wright State University, Dayton, Ohio. Delighted to be with you. Liberty Benton taking the first set. Now we're ready for set number 2. Liberty Benton and CHCA, Independence High School, already in the D3 state final. They'll await the winner of this one. And Liberty Benton with the first point. No. Yeah, Liberty Benton does get it. No, they actually.
Yeah, I think Liberty Benton blocked it out of bounds.
There you go. Saw the official even get it wrong, and then up on the scoreboard now CHCA's got it. So Wickman, told you about Riley's sister Rachel. I'm sure she's here watching. There's Wickman. Good push over there by Gansel. Wow! Power swing coming right in front of us from Karis Willow. Willow's got 5 kills, and she's hitting over 600.
Yeah, you take a look at this again, you know, as the play develops. Perfectly dug. Willow has the time, the arm swing, the wingspan, and she crushes that ball.
Point for CHCA as Annie Lockett comes in. She wears number 12. She has a vertical of almost 10 feet, so look out for the 6-foot Lockett wearing 12 in white. if she can try to slow down that height and power. Look at that finesse. Elsesser, great basketball player, two-sport star, just like my partner here.
Man, you're taking me back to days where all my muscles didn't hurt. Yeah, but the note on Lockett, that jump, that means she's touching the rim of the basketball hoop for those of you at home.
There she is right there.
That means she's getting up. And
she gets the point there.
Yeah, she's able to get up and already seeing an attempt to hit into the left side of that block. And she was successful that time, getting the block to go off of the antenna.
Serving Gansel. Wow, Willow. Just flying around with power with a mighty swing to go with it.
One thing I noticed about Willow just in warm-ups, she's a tall kid, she's lanky and long, but she uses all of her core as a hitter and as a pin hitter. That is so important, and I bet she's got a lot of people excited about her future.
Service air coming from Granger. Willow, by the way, sits down 6 out of 7 on attacks, hitting .714.
It's kind of good if you like that sort of thing.
Service coming from Jessica Schad. Good little touch. Sneaky there. Coming from Rhodes. Alyssa Rhodes, school record 2,000 plus assists, third year starting. She's going to go to the University of Findlay and hopefully play alongside Hannah Warrington. Grimes. Draghi. Back row, not able to handle it. And another finish, this one coming from Sky Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard that time smart. She saw that lone middle back defender for CHCA and decided to make her move.
Sky Shepard got her brother Storm as they'll give up a point there. And Sky is going to play volleyball at Alderson Broadus. That's in Felipe, West Virginia, D2 school.
Yeah, Alderson Broadus. I know quite a few girls from Ohio that have gone to Alderson Broadus. It's a name that I hear often. Quality program.
Grimes with the service. Too deep that time. Big swing from Shepard, but out of bounds. We got a good one here again, and this is how the last one started, though, before that 11-0 run from Liberty Benton.
Yeah, controlling those runs. CHCA came out of that first set, and again, doing some nice things, being aggressive. A great serve by Grimes. You don't see the top spin much anymore, but she makes it work.
104 aces coming into it. You can see
why. Yep.
That was power off that serve. Too deep, and good run here from CHCA. They lead at 7-5.
Yeah, Liberty Benton hit 417 in that first set, and it's unheard of. They were 13 kills, 3 errors, and definitely they've come back to earth a little bit in this second set.
Enjoy this smoke here. Well, that's hard to handle.
It's hard to handle because it drops in front of you, and it curves to the side. But it is handled well by Warrington from Liberty Benton, and then they give it right back to Grimes.
Grimes, only a junior, already committed to UCF, and they did. Once they got it, they sent it back to the server.
Yeah, Grimes, another excellent libero. We saw a Penn State commit earlier in our match, Independence. Vilanovic headed to Penn State, so seeing some great defensive play today.
Well, and that's the thing. It's that quickness, getting to the ball and being in the right spot, right?
If that's not there, the level that you're going to play at in college is going to be dependent on your quickness, because you can be taught fundamentals and technique, but, man, that quickness is something that you're born with.
Back pass coming there to Gansel, picked up by Grimes right under the scoreboard. And Wickman into the net. Boy, Liberty Benton, they just don't get rattled as CHCA went on that run. And now Liberty Benton right back on top.
Yeah, and again, both of these teams have, prepared well, playing some of the great teams, in and around their area. And that's what you see when you see teams getting to this level.
Rangers shot denied at the net. Ava Kraft with the finish. And you think about that name, Ava Kraft, because perhaps best athlete to ever come out of Liberty Benton on the other side is Aaron Kraft, former Buckeye basketball player.
Oh, Aaron Kraft, I loved watching him play. It just brought me so much joy to watch his passion for the game.
Yeah, he's still playing. He's playing overseas and doing great, and that Buckeye team comes back together for that.
Oh, it's so great to see the brotherhood that they talk about, and it's so clear when you see these guys get together.
9-8 lead for CHCA.
Grimes, yeah, Grimes took a great big swing from Granger.
Yeah, what a dig by Grimes. Second chance Granger showing some emotion.
Take a look. This is Granger hiding herself a little bit and coming in behind the middle attack, kind of that piston action, and man, she just crushes the ball.
Gloria. And Wickman denied.
And again, so this is a point I want to see CHCA do some different things. You're not hitting through the blocks that Liberty Benton's putting up. You know, you got to move them around, make them dig the ball deep, try to get them out of system with your serving game.
Granger again. Granger killing it. She's got 9 kills already with 2 blocks.
Yeah, Granger obviously a big piece of that pin offense, along with Willow. But yeah, it's been a block show, that's for sure. We knew that would be a part of it.
Official numbers, Granger 8 kills actually, 2 blocks, 3 digs. And then you've got Karis Willow, the freshman, 6 for 7 with a .714 hit percentage, as right now Liberty Benton hitting .375.
You know, and part of that, you know, it all stems from how they're able to hit the ball in places where the defense isn't, because it's not that CHCA is a poor defensive team. They're a great defensive team. But when you've got the space above the block that Liberty Benton does, you know, that's why you see that hitting percentage so high.
11-9, Liberty Benton on top. They won the first set 25-11. It was pretty tight. It was about the same scoreline, and then Liberty Benton just went crazy in that first set with an 11-0 run. They're on a 3-0 run right now. Serving is Rhodes.
Yeah, in volleyball we talk about controlling the other team's runs, and that's what CHCA needs to do here.
Good rally and perfect finish. Once again, Karis Willow, 7 for 8 now.
Yeah, those overpasses is going to be hard to stop. That wingspan of the freshman Willow.
Grimes, first contact almost every time. Big swing there from McDaniel. Granger, handled by Wickman. And infraction point, Liberty Benton, and the run is on. 5-0 scoring run, 13-9 lead.
Yeah, Wickman, actually, CHCA, they were doing a good job. They had tipped Liberty Benton, slowed them down a little bit, and then that unfortunate ball handling call. And again, same thing. Our official is seeing a double contact, and that's extending the run of Liberty Benton.
6-0 run, it's 14-9, Rhodes serving. Rhodes with 17 assists already. Wickman.
And that's exactly what CHCA needs to do, okay? Not only would they have gotten Liberty Benton out of system, they scored that point. And then once you lull that defense close, then you can start hitting at them again. But that's a good decisions right there.
Rhodes puts it on a platter for Willow, and Willow just keeps on going. 8 for 9 now. Willow with 8 kills. And like you said, she's going to be here for 3 more years.
Yeah, I just think she's fun to watch, not just from the volleyball perspective, but just how much fun she's having. You know, I teach freshmen most of the day, and they love everything about the high school experience. They're not stressed out yet.
Handled there by the hoopster, Elsesser. And in. They needed that. CHCA needed to stop that 7-1 scoring run.
Yeah, and again, there they did. They picked deep. All right, it was right on the line. Liberty Benton is going to dig all the stuff in front of them. You've got to make them either run really far forward or move backwards to play a ball.
Wow. Warrington flying high. Another big swing. Dug out deep by Otley. And point coming back to CHCA.
Yeah, that pipe set in transition, that's hard to execute perfectly. It was just a little bit low for Granger. She's a long kid. Get that ball up in the air and let her jump for it.
16-12, second set. Liberty Benton took the first set. A little bit of collision, miscommunication. CHCA stays with it. Otley trying to dig it out, can't. And here comes CHCA.
Yeah, doing the smart thing. Obviously made some very purposeful adjustments between sets about what they want to try to do to Liberty Benton to force them to get out of their comfort zone.
CHCA knocking off last year's winner. And the point coming there to Liberty Benton.
Yeah, when Liberty Benton is in system and they're getting their middle set at almost a zero tempo ball, which means it's being hit the second it's coming out of the setter's hands, that's going to be really hard to stop.
Down the middle, mistimed, double hit. Another chance for Emma Otley to serve. Her coach calling her just flat out adorable, the most improved athlete. And you look at Emma Otley and you get what she's talking about.
Yeah, and she's a pretty darn good libero as well.
Another point here, and all of a sudden the wheels starting to rattle just a little bit. Liberty Benton, 19-13.
And I think you go back to, you know, there's three rotations or so where CHCA is really finding their groove, but when Liberty Benton's got 6 rotations of offense, you know, they're finding it hard to really stay level, although that was, again, nice. They got that, hit the ball before the block was fully formed.
Katie Gansel, the junior, 5'8", looking at options to play volleyball at the next level is the word from her coaching staff. Grimes digging it out again. Power dug out by Otley. Good rally going. A little bit of finesse. Everything working for Granger.
Yeah, and that's, you know, again, that's hard to do. Granger's in the back row, up in the air, 17 feet away from the net, able to tip the ball 10 foot because the libero's back in the back row. You know, it's a difficult play to make because your arms and your hand strength have to really be there.
Lisa Schad wants to talk it over. Izzy Granger, her dad won a state title in basketball at Findlay Liberty Benton and didn't play a ton at Michigan State. By the time he played his final game, he had a career-high 19 points and 9 rebounds in the NCAA final against Florida, giving the Spartans the 2000 national championship. So now Izzy, as you take a look at her play here, if she can somehow get her team in the final and beat Independence, she can say, hey, Dad, you're not the only one with a state
That's
championship.
Right. Yeah, and again, you know, the competitiveness, the athleticism that obviously runs a bit in their family. Again, just taking a look at her big, she takes up so much space with her approach. Yeah, and again, just kind of playing around with CHCA's defense, pulling them in with a tip, pushing them back with a swing.
And she's only a sophomore, so you think about Willow and Granger.
So we might be saying those names for the next couple of years. Looks like we had an out of rotation call, so we had a lineup, we had an overlap. Players need to stay in their natural rotation until the ball is served. So that is a point, an unfortunate point lost to CHCA.
Great breakdown from Michelle Mimna. Pushed over by Lockett.
You know, I love seeing that. Granger, she got a hand on that, but she got up and went up to her libero and said, that's my fault. She's like, I'll take care of that.
Lockett with 4 kills. Jessica Schad serving. Just over the tape and an ace for Schad. A service ace, the first now for CHCA.
Yeah, and again, CHCA doing the things they need to do, but they need to string more of this together. They've gotten some aces out of their service game. And again, trying to keep Liberty Benton out of system. Good there, got a block.
Phenomenal block by Lockett. Lockett wanted it back, said they go back row. That's Gansel. Handled by Liberty Benton. Grimes, great pickup. Popped in the air. It'll be an easy one here for Liberty Benton. In system, here they go. Pop down the middle. Denied there, kept alive, Warrington. Another good rally. Lockett goes deep. Dug out by Otley. Back row, finesse.
Yeah, one of our longer rallies.
Another dig, fans getting into it. Pushed over that time by Sky Shepard. Popped in the air, Gansel at the net. Grimes again, she's everywhere, folks. What a libero she is, wearing number 8. Speaking of liberos, Otley with a dig. Here we go, back and forth, little tip. Grimes in the air, popped in the air by Sloria. Over, power, and the hammer coming from Sky Shepard, the senior.
Well, first and foremost, the display of our liberos being everywhere that they needed to be, that was fantastic. Both of them doing their job, but wow, again, the storyline is the power of Liberty Benton.
Denied there by Granger as well as Shepard. Big swing coming from Wickman. Point Liberty Benton, and Liberty Benton knocking at the door, 2 points away from going up 2-0.
Yeah, Wickman again doing a great job of finding the line, but a little bit out. But Warrington gives it right back to him.
23-17, Liberty Benton on top of CHCA. Ohio High School Athletic Association State Volleyball Championships D3 style. OHSAA.TV, 23-17, now 18. Grimes came into this game with 104 aces. She is just brilliant from the service.
And if there's anything that can close a gap, it's a big topspin serve that is not only dropping, it's moving to her left. And it is so hard. You know, Warrington's got great ball control, but when you have to move and play a ball that's spinning, that is why that serve is so tough to receive.
Back-to-back service aces from the talented Caitlin Grimes, bringing it again to Otley. All kinds of trouble, and Grimes maybe doesn't get a service ace, but as close to it as possible right there.
Yep, absolutely, and this is a smart timeout from Liberty Benton because dealing with that serve, you got to start in a different spot.
Watch Grimes go to work. Just amazing power from the service line as CHCA behind the power of the serve of Caitlin Grimes, and the students here loving it.
And I'll tell you what, they just don't even get how difficult that is to do. It is a high percentage error serve. It really is. And you just look as she throws that up there. See how it curves, makes the passer move to their right, and then it drops. Woo! Big time.
Yeah, great job by our crew. Jason Dudley, Dean Lowry, Josh Semstrat, and then Keith Hamilton, Eric Johan, Bob Rinker, Adam Schran. Outstanding crew here. Delighted to be with you alongside Michelle Mimna. I'm Dean Linke. Best seat in the house for Ohio High School Athletic Association Volleyball Semifinals. It's 23-20 behind the power of Grimes. As you said, that's going to happen with that much power.
Yep.
She's going to get some service errors, and now Liberty Benton just 1 point away. What a timeout right there. Smart timeout.
Yeah, because that's also a serve that you kind of get in your rhythm, and that was a smart timeout because it got her out of her rhythm.
Yeah, brilliant job by Julie Todd to call the timeout. Popped in the air, and Elsasser right there. It looked like it was going to be an overpass, and Elsesser just leaned it over. Look at Grimes digging it out. CHCA trying to hang on. This is set point here for Liberty Benton. Grimes again. Dig after dig for Grimes. Back across and point CHCA. Caitlin Grimes keeping her team in it.
I'll tell you what, she's doing such a great job of playing the ball with her platform no matter what her feet are doing. You know, you tell defensive players, don't hit the floor until you've played the ball, and she's doing a great job of getting there with her platform.
Carmen Soloria came into this one with almost 300 assists, and she's only a sophomore. Here's Grimes. Soloria down the middle and point. 24-22. CHCA still believing.
Yeah, the momentum has clearly shifted, even though, honestly, Liberty Benton just needs to side out. But I'll tell you what CHCA is doing is making Liberty Benton understand that they're not going to go away.
24-22. Kept alive. Soloria. Grimes and flushed by Elsesser. And Elsesser has given Liberty Benton a 2-0 lead. CHCA with a whole lot of heart, though.
I'll tell you what, some of the adjustments that they made and the serving that they brought in set 2, they were really able to put some doubt in the mind that Liberty Benton was just going to run all over this with their height. I'm really excited for set 3.
But through 2 sets, Liberty Benton from Findlay, the Eagles leading Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, also the Eagles. A whole lot of Eagles flying around here today.
We're in the Eagles' nest. Wright State probably doesn't want me to say that. But I think it's really interesting too that it's the really offensive-minded power game of Liberty Benton against this scrappy team and Grimes, who's doing just a little bit of everything, scoring points and digging balls for her team.
We're going to take a break, come back for the 3rd set with Liberty Benton on top of CHCA, 2-0.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At the OHSAA, we believe that every day is an opportunity.
An opportunity for our staff to serve our member schools.
To serve our officials.
To work with the bylaws that our schools have voted into place.
And most important, every day is an opportunity for our schools to help student athletes become our leaders of tomorrow.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Welcome back to our coverage on OHSAA.TV of the Ohio High School Athletic Association State Volleyball Championships D3 style. Independence already in, awaiting the winner of Liberty Benton, the Eagles from Findlay, and Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. Also the Eagles, 2-0. Liberty Benton going to try to finish it out here in the 3rd set. Power coming right there. Big swing from Elsesser, handled though by CHCA.
Yeah, Grimes, I'll tell you what, this Grimes kid is something else. She's a special player. And, if CHCA is to make this a match, and again, the play is phenomenal. They're down 2-0. But it's going to be through her. She's going to score points with that serve. We've already seen 2 like match-worthy highlight digs in the first 5 seconds.
Ooh, Granger, back row kill. And Granger now has double-digit kills, the first player in double digits here in this match.
Yeah, she's been phenomenal for Liberty Benton, and as soon as we say that, you know, she goes back and takes a little off the serve, but you know, it's just been, what a fantastic match in terms of competitiveness of these players.
2-1 now, 5 service errors for Liberty Benton. Elsesser rolls it off the double block point, Liberty Benton.
Yeah, and CHCA doing a good job of being up there for Elsesser, but need to be up earlier and pressing down so that ball doesn't skirt off the net like that.
Perfect 10-0 in the Blanchard Valley Conference. Finley, Liberty, Benton. They watch that one land. What a nice placement there for CHCA.
Yeah, that's a tough placement as well, but just shows you, you know, Wickman has the ability to work the ball around. Thumb down, really turns it to that left back, makes the left front and the left back defense of Liberty Benton make a decision.
Smoke coming over from Ganzo on that serve. Willow finally had one of her attacks stopped, but it doesn't matter as Liberty Benton gets the point anyway.
Yes, CHCA having just a little bit of trouble with the ball handling from their setter this afternoon. That's the third call. We'll try to have a cleaner delivery.
Hannah Bodie off the bench into the net. And that's 6 service errors now for Liberty Benton as they lead at 4-3, trying to wrap this one up 2-0. Otley, Granger, just over now from Warrington. Granger again, pushed over by Rhodes, down the middle. A shot from Lockett, handled back row by Granger. Down the middle, Warrington. Dug out back row by Schad, but point Liberty Benton.
Yeah, again, great play back and forth there at the net, and we've been hearing all day about Warrington's leaping ability, and we got to see it right there.
Swing coming from Wickman. Granger, wow, what a dig. Phenomenal dig coming from Grimes. Keeping it alive through the tape and out of bounds though. Just great volleyball both sides.
Yeah, in some ways it's Granger versus Grimes because Granger's been delivering and Grimes has been digging the ball up. Unfortunately, her teammate unable to get a hold of it, but that's a nice dig, or a nice attack. Lockett, we haven't called her name in a few minutes, but keeping that score close is Lockett.
She leads her team now with 6 kills and 15 attacks, hitting .333. Grimes, here comes the serve. Everybody dialed in to watch this. Otley handles it. Granger try to push it through. I mean, Grimes just throws you off. It's just impossible to stay in system as, oh, that one lands out of bounds. It's too bad because they wanted to ride Grimes.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, you know, even though that serve of hers was played up, they were not in system. That's the whole goal of that aggressive serving game.
Kraft saving the dump from Granger. So Granger now power. Grimes, another dig. Grimes, 18 digs leading to the point for CHCA.
Yeah, Riley Wickman that time, her hips showed left back. She crossed over with her hitting arm and just swiped right off of the block. And again, that off-speed finesse is what it's going to take. CHCA is not going to match up power for power, but they've shown that they can definitely hang with Liberty Benton.
Yeah, service error there. And you look at CHCA, they went 5 sets in the district tournament, 5 sets in the regional, and then 4 sets in the regional final. So they have what it takes to battle it all the way home.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, this set is crucial for Liberty Benton because the team that's up 2-0, you know, decent amount of time will drop that third set. And a strong mental team will take advantage of that. I mean, teams that lose the first two have come back to win in five. And take a look at that last play. And again, just a nice ball put down by CHCA.
Katie Gansel's got 6 kills to tie Lockett. Point coming back though to Liberty Benton. And now Granger will step back to serve.
Yeah, Granger showing us too her IQ, her ability to be up in the air.
11 kills, for Granger as she serves.
Yeah, she just put a nice soft touch of that right off the blocker's hands. Smart play.
Willow drops it over as the set was behind her, and because of that, CHCA gets a point.
Yeah, that block's out of bounds. So that block by Willow wasn't sealed quite enough. Touches her hands, goes out of bounds. She needs to push to the middle back of the court.
Erin McDaniel came in with 61 aces. She's got a pretty good serve too. Soloria on a platter there for Lockett.
And again, just a little bit of that tip and off-speed game is what CHCA is going to have to do. And then maybe in transition, they'll open up a hitter.
9-8. Liberty Benton up 2 sets to none and up 1 point. Willow denied. So it was the Willow show early, but now she's 8 for 12. At one point, remember, she was 7 out of 8.
Yeah, and like I said, sometimes it just takes, you take a look at it, takes calming down, but in all reality, that was just Lockett's great reach over the net to block Willow.
Point coming back for Julie Todd. Her 4th year, 92-12 in 4 years at Findlay Liberty Benton. Otley serving, Grimes. Soloria. And able to roll it off of Willow, and another point for CHCA, and we're tied at 10.
Yeah, so sometimes, like what happened there, Willow's got the length, she's got the reach, but she is a young player, and those outside blockers have to reach into the center of the court so that blocked ball doesn't cost them a point.
Popped in the air for Willow. Grimes, another dig. Grimes now 19 digs. Otley can't dig it, and the lead belongs to CHCA, 11-10.
Yeah, CHCA, they don't win the warm-ups, and what I mean by that is they don't come out and stun you in warm-ups like some teams do. But I'll tell you what, they've got Liberty Benton a little bit on their heels right now, a little bit out of system.
Willow goes far side, and you're right, CHCA feeling it. 2-point lead here, 12-10.
Yeah, Liberty Benton really needs to be in system, and they were largely for those first 2 sets, and right now they're a little uncomfortable.
Ganzel, good serve, Granger, first touch. Lockett will go right through Rhodes.
Yeah, and I think there, Liberty Benton, she wondered if she should play that. She was sitting on the line, Rhodes was. Probably should have let that one go out. Take a look here. We'll see if that's something that Rhodes could have let go. No, it looks like it was kind of in the middle of her body. It would have landed in. But yeah, I'll tell you, the momentum has clearly shifted in this set and in this match.
Look at Caitlin Elsesser, the senior basketball star, going to play basketball at Cincinnati, taking over that huddle right there. Don't you love that out of your seniors?
Yeah, you do, and that's what you need, and this is a team that has several seniors, and they know they're talented enough to get this done, but perhaps not going to be as easy as what those first 2 sets showed them.
The students from Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy getting behind their team on a 4-0 run, and still with the service, 13-10. As you said, if they can somehow get this 3rd set, it'll change the dynamic between 2 great teams.
Yeah, looking at, again, some great defensive play, some blocking adjustments by CHCA have really helped them.
Boy, perfect setup, and Sky Shepard, the 5'11 senior, Doesn't get as much hype as some of the other players, but Sky Shepard, she can jump, leads team in hitting percentage coming in, and she's going to play volleyball, as we said earlier, at Alderson Broadus.
Yeah, and they found her on a quick offensive B set, and that's what helped them be successful there.
Lockett, 9 kills to Ty Gansel.
Yeah, I think too, we've seen CHCA gain some confidence throughout this match. And you're seeing them, play just at a little higher level because they know that they can hang with this big, tall Liberty Benton team.
Warrington, 2 deep, point for CHCA.
Yeah, seen a little bit of a run now from CHCA, kind of off and on, but they've opened up a 4-point lead.
Jessica Schott, the coach is her aunt. And that's 2 deep too. And it's 16-11.
Yeah, Liberty Benton really wanting a touch on that. Not going to get it. Plus, we do not have the challenge system in high school like we do in college. But yeah, definitely a run that's favoring CHCA now.
16-11. And the students for Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy, not that far away, obviously, from Dayton. They are all here, I think.
Yeah, and enjoying their day off school. So they're excited about the volleyball, but also getting to play hooky in the legal fashion, right?
You know it. What a run here, though. Katie Gansel with 9 kills, Lockett with 9 kills, and you go down to Grimes, and she's got 20 digs already. Just phenomenal. And Draghi with 10 assists, Soloria with 16. We've seen a couple double touches, as you said, from Soloria, but she sorted it out now too.
Yeah, things are starting to go right. Sounds awkward to say that, but oh yeah, look at that. Look at the Eagles hat.
Eagles on both sides. Findlay Liberty Benton Eagles, CHCA Eagles.
So whatever happens, the Eagles win.
That's a good response once again, coming back down the middle. Sky Shepard.
Yeah, and I think what you're going to start to see, Liberty Benton, they're having the most success consistently with the quick attacks, the quick tempos in the middle, as you did right there.
Power back from Lockett. She's got double-digit kills. So 10 for Lockett on one side, 11 for Granger on the other side. And here comes the serve. And they would like to ride 3 or 4 great serves, yeah. Right? Yeah. High in the air. Oh, my. Wow.
So, again, just breaking that down. She goes down the left side line and asking Granger to move to her left away from her target and turn her shoulders. It's hard to teach, and it's even harder to do.
She leads all of D3 in Ohio in aces. Are you surprised as the point comes back through to Grimes? No, they're going to say it was deflected, and they're going to give it back to Liberty Benton, so they got it right.
Change of trajectory of that attack. And our line judge was right on it. He saw it from the get-go. That's his responsibility.
So 18-13. Now 18-14. So just like that, Sky Shepard was ready for it. Sky with a brother named Storm. The Shepards, they know how to name their kids.
They do. Those are celebrity names right there. Storm Shepard, Sky Shepard. I love it.
Yeah, their parents knew they were going to have some studs. Another point, Sky Shepard.
Yeah, that's 4, because the middle hitter touched it with her fingertips before it was sent over. Wise timeout here for CHCA.
Caitlin Elsesser bouncing over to the bench after that timeout, keeping her team fired up. Meanwhile, as you see right in the middle, Caitlin Grimes, Lisa Schott, the head coach, Gene Toms. I want to thank Alyssa Downs for spending extra time with us breaking down this Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. She's one of the coaches, and Pete Ehrlich as well. Let's go back to the keys that we set up as you talked about net finesse and then service game behind Caitlin Grimes.
Yeah, and really, I looked at Grimes' stats, and you said coming in 104 aces. She's added a few today to that, but that's the kind of thing, whether it's the service game, whether it's when you say finesse at the net, not just hitting at the defense, make the defense stop, change direction, make the defense run through, make the defense back up, and that's why we've had some success. That's why CHCA is up 3 in this set 3 of this match.
Great job by our crew finding stars everywhere. Stars on both sides of the net. 18-15, third set. Great read by Warrington. Granger picked up by Grimes. 21 digs for Grimes, denied at the net. And the fire again of Caitlin Elsesser. When in doubt, go to your senior for a big point.
Absolutely. Senior who's experienced playing in 2 sports and obviously wants to try to excel at both of them and does.
There's Elsesser right through Grimes. What a dig from Grimes. UCF's got a good one, folks, and she's only a junior. Granger. And out of bounds. Make no mistake, if CHCA wins this, it's those kind of plays from Grimes. Watch this.
Yeah, so first of all, the zero tempo from Elsesser, the chemistry and timing she's got with her setter. But Grimes knew she was going to take that. She set herself up in this gap of the block, and she just dug the crap out of Elsesser's ball.
Warrington calling for it. Otley got in the way. You saw a little bit of frustration there between the two seniors, and now it's 2016. That was a big point right there.
Yeah, some miscommunication on that point.
Too deep. Service error. Liberty Benton will take that, as that is 6 service errors. They both have 6. They both have 4 service aces. So completely clean there as Coach Schad barking out instructions. Serving for Liberty Benton, Alyssa Rhodes, 20-17. First touch Grimes, Soloria. Denied, Willow. Perfectly timed with Elsesser.
Yeah, and it's my opinion that CHCA needs to do something away from their outside pin because Willow is right there. You've still got a 2-point lead, you've got a 3-point lead. Don't hit directly into the 6'3" block. Make the defenders move around. Let's see what coach is cooking up over there on CHCA's sideline.
21-18. Rhodes, Willow through Grimes, and a rare time Grimes couldn't handle a deep back row.
Yeah, you know what else I'm really appreciating about Grimes? She has got game face. She doesn't show us when she's, missed a ball as opposed to a fantastic dig. She's just a gamer.
Yep, she gets right back up. Well said. Elsesser with the stuff, but cleaned up at the net. And infraction called against CHCA, and now it's just a 1-point game.
Yeah, so another ball handling call, unfortunately. And a little mini comeback here by Liberty Benton. We're in for a treat for the next 10 minutes of this set.
Lisa Schad in her 5th year calling the timeout. She's got that 97-31 record. She's got a youngster, Roman, just in the 7th grade. I'm sure feeling nervous for her mom right now. I tell you, volleyball is such a great family sport. Whether they're all girls or boys, everybody's all in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm blessed to have a 9-year-old who's in the gym with me all the time, and she loves all the girls, wants to be like them, and the girls, they gave her this little paper plate award called Biggest Fan at our banquet, and, it's the highlight of these little kids' lives. And they just, as a mom, you look at it and it's like, that's all I need. That's all I need.
Look at the power, the leadership of Caitlin Elsesser, the 6'3" senior. Grimes, it's 21-20. CHCA, Otley. Finished by Willow. Willow started perfect. She's now 10 of 15.
Yeah, and Willow there wisely avoided Grimes, and she made another player play defense and got that kill.
21-21. Willow with Elsesser together. Back row, clean up there from Granger, and another point in the lead now for Findlay Liberty Benton. They're 3 points away from sweeping their way into the D3 state final.
Yeah, again on that zero tempo, no approach. Elsesser just comes down, goes back up. Grimes showing us. Elsesser's blocking it with one hand.
That was Elsesser now with two hands. One hand earlier. Grimes with another amazing dig. Back row, Otley, and point awarded to CHCA. What a rally, tied at 22.
Yeah, looks like Elsesser might have been in the net on that last play. Man, she is a force at the net, and give CHCA credit for digging everything back up.
Caitlin told me that she expects her team on the basketball side to be back in the state finals as well, so she might go for a double. And that'll go through right now. CHCA is saying, hang on, we're not done here, and they've got the lead.
Yeah, wisely turned that set and went left back. Take a look at it as it develops. She goes inside of Elsesser's hand. She doesn't even allow Willow to be a part of that block.
Erin McDaniel serving. Elsesser, what a perfect placement. Phenomenal, inside the line, deep.
And she knew it. She was looking at it the whole way as she went up for her approach. Her elbow was forward. She was going to do that. That was a planned push to the back. It's a game to two.
23-23. Willow with the infraction, and now CHCA 1 point away from forcing a fourth set here at the Nutter Center.
Set point. This will change the dynamic of the whole match.
Deep breath. Katie Gansel, big numbers, 10 kills, 2 digs, and a block. Gansel serving to push this to 4 sets. Willow handled and tied again at 24.
And we're going to get extra volleyball because you got to win by 2.
Willow tying Granger with 11 kills, 11 out of 16. Phenomenal performance from the 6'3" freshman. High fives for her teammates. Over on the bench, serving to take the lead, Hannah Bodie. Grimes with the first touch. Wow. No, they'll give that back to CHCA.
Yeah, Lockett taking advantage there of the smaller block of Rhodes. Able to get up there and make contact before that block was fully formed.
Jessica Schad serving to extend this game. Popped in the air, Warrington kept alive. Sent over but out of bounds. What a match, tied at 25. Nerves of steel, both teams.
Yeah, I think that time the set was a little inside and really caused Wickman to roll that ball out of bounds.
Warrington saying, I got it. She'll play at Findlay next year. And point coming. And now this is for all the marbles. Liberty Benton 1 point away from sweeping CHCA and earning a Saturday state final date with Independence. Warrington serving for the victory. Grimes first touch. Too deep, and Liberty Benton will face Independence in the D3 state final.
What a third set, a quality match, but what a third set. CHCA brought everything they had their chances in that third set, but Liberty Benton's power and senior leadership really just proved to be the deciding factor.
11 a.m. Independence against Liberty Benton Eagles on Saturday. Are you kidding me?
It's a date. We will be here to bring that, what will be a great finals match to you.
I want to thank Tim Streed, Jerry Snodgrass, Emily Gates, all the great folks at OHSAA and our crew, Jason Dudley, Dean Lowry, Josh Semstrott, Keith Hamilton, Eric Johan, Bob Rinker, Adam Schran. Just phenomenal team here.
I mean, you know, looking at all of our replays and highlighting some of the great performances that we had today, some really, really nice volleyball being played today. Girls that are going on to the next level or just starting their high school career as freshmen. But yeah, this was a fun one to watch and to call.
Just getting started. You got the D2 semis coming up, then D1, then D4. Great time here. Congratulations to Coach Todd and Findlay Liberty Benton. Want to thank Michelle Mimna, our goddess of volleyball. I'm Dean Linke and our entire crew, as in the final will be Liberty Benton and Independence. D3 state final coming on Saturday. Thanks for being with us on OHSAA.TV.